Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, and welcome to the first chapter of what will be our short survival series. Each character in this series will be starting off from one of the many challenging starts of Cataclysm. We will have a basic but core goal in mind. Each character will be completely randomized using a fixed scenario, and our very first takes place on a maximum security prison, on an island no less. And so we will need to use our wits and our skill to survive, making it to the mainland. That is our win condition for this character. And who knows, we may return to these characters in time, should they survive their ordeal. And so, without further ado, it's time for our first story to begin. Carrie, Silo, Graf. Carrie was in a high security prison right before the Cataclysm. Unfortunately though, he is still in it. We will need to figure out how to escape. This is a remote island to boot. We'll need to escape that too. Water surrounding us on every side. We feel a shiver. A fire would be great right now, which means that we are probably a pyromaniac. Let's first of all get to know who Carrie is. So, Carrie is a 50-year-old convict, 165 centimeters, and we can see a few different traits here. Animal empathy, deft, fast reader, high adrenaline, light step, outdoorsman, substance tolerant, thick-skinned, weak scent, and pyromaniac. All of these are really nice traits for us to start off with. Pyromaniac, we can work with that. There is a small chance that he might just start a fire without us wanting him to, which is not so great, and I imagine he's already under a bit of pressure. We've been stuck in this cell for a while now. We're hearing noises outside. We hear a robotic voice, I think, calling out that a universal curfew is in effect. Let's take stock of what we have. We have a glass shiv, a weapon that can break very quickly, and we can see that we actually have a new style of fighting called brawling. So let's go ahead and make sure that we select brawling. We grit our teeth and prepare for a good fight. Ideally, we will not be fighting. We want to avoid fighting at all costs. Looking at this, we do have a window, and it's smashable. We could just break straight out. Okay, that is most certainly an option. However, we could also see what's out this way. Each step we take is going to have to be measured and done with care. We can see a water strider outside somewhere. And in our desk here, we have two different books. Trapper's Life and Alpha Male Quarterly. I see. Well, we don't really have a lot of space, but we'll take them. Oh boy, yep. And now we hear the gunshots, and we hear the sound of moaning, groaning outside. As nervous as I am to open this door, I think we gotta try. It's been locked for a long time for our friend Carrie, and it's still locked now. So, our option would be to try and smash it, break it down. Right this second, I think our best option is to take the shiv, drop it on the ground for now. We need to start to try and break some things. Oh boy. We smash the chair, but as we do, the window outside breaks. We don't see what's broken it yet, but there is something out there. Please tell me there's a 2x4 here. There's a plank. There we go. That can serve as a basic weapon for us. We're going to go ahead and wield it. And as we do, through the window jumps someone that we probably recognize, but they're different. Their skin torn by the glass and their eyes just rage. This is a muscular zombie wearing black and white striped prisoner clothes. This is a prisoner brute. This is not a great start for Carrie. In fact, this might spell out his end. Our best chance for survival right now could be to just try and straight on fight this thing. But with it being a brute, it can throw us back against the wall. It can break us in seconds. So we're going to have to be very cautious with how we go about this. Right outside is a downspout. We can climb that. We can get up onto a building. I don't know whether or not we can fight a brute right off the get-go here. Being deft, though, means that we can kind of recover from strikes quite quickly. Hell, we could give it a try. With high adrenaline and with thick skin, maybe we can do this fight. So, we move up towards the brute. It wraps its arms tight around us, and we strike. Oh boy, yep. That was the wrong choice. Oh, it picks Carrie up easily, slamming him against the brick wall. We are damaged. We are on the ground. Our option now is really just to try and run. We need to try and get around this thing. And so we step up. Oh boy, here we go. We just need to dive for that window. It's our only way out right now. We take a step up and around. Do we have time to smash the window? No. Step into it. Yep, and we start to bleed. But we make it out. We make it outside, onto the downspout. And we try to climb. Climb up into the south. We make it. We make it onto the roof. Let's drop the plank to the ground. Can we stop the bleeding? We press our hands against it, trying to stop it. Will it work? It does. Carrie, for now, for a moment, we are free. Atop the roof, we can see a little bit more of the prison. In actual fact, we can see that the water is just here. In all the different ways that I've started these scenarios in the prison, I've never been so close to the water, so close that we can smell it. Whether this is a salt water or freshwater lake, I'm not sure, but we can smell the water all the same. We've actually started in an outside building. More often than not, we start off inside these walls, and that's bad for us. Quite often. I think another thing that I didn't even think about looking at here is skills. Very important while we're on this island. If we scroll down, athletics, that is our ability to swim. We're good at swimming. Carrie, you might be made for this, my friend. This might be a lot more straightforward than I thought. However, we need to get down off of this roof. And right this second, it looks like there might be a way over there. Okay, Carrie. We don't have any other weapons now. Our striped pants are torn. Our torso is bruised. We're finding it a little hard to breathe, but we're okay. Up here on this roof, though, we are feeling the cold. We can hear glass shattering. We hear that robotic voice calling out again and again. And to the south, we're seeing a zombie cop, which I imagine we're seeing on the wall somewhere. Yep, all the way over there. We have a helipad here. Okay, and you know what? Now that we're actually higher up on this roof, if we have a look at our map, we can see, oh boy, we can see that we aren't actually as far out as I thought. Yes, we're in the water, but there is land just to the south of us. It's not too far of a swim. To the far north, we have a lighthouse. Okay, Carrie, you might be able to make it yet. So, we're going to go start trying to make our way down towards the south. I'm racking my brain to think if there's anything else that we can do right this second. Reading these ain't going to really help us. We're in distressing pain right now. And from the southwest and below, we hear a thump. There are creatures down here. We have no idea what we're dropping down into right now. There could be hungry mouths waiting for us. Unfortunately, we can't peek through that. If we can make it through here and then get out onto this dock, we might be able to just go for it. Start swimming, try and make it to the mainland. The water, though, hides its own dangers. So, from this position, we struggle to keep our balance. We can climb down. Which way do we want to climb, though? Honestly, if we can climb just to the southwest, that'll be it. Let's see. Climb down. And quite possibly, the worst case scenario happened. We couldn't see it. It was obscured. But as we started to climb down, the ground moved, and from the ground emerged a Hulk. Yes, a Hulk. We see it now clearly. A human body now swollen to the size of 6 men with arms as wide as a trash can. a zombie Hulk right here and able to grab us. The rocks around it are smashed, shattered, and we were just thrown through one of those rocks, nearly killed in one strike. Our torso is aching, ribs broken, our spine probably slightly fractured. We're on the ground, but we have stamina. We can run. If we can make it to the south, we might be able to get into the water and go. But with our torso being so damaged, it might be over very, very quick for us. That's where we began. We began just up here. Well, Carrie, I think we gotta do this, my friend. We stand back up, and we are suffering some other effects right now. Unstable footing? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised, my friend, after what just happened to you. We need to start to run. And we do. Oh boy, it might be able to catch us here. In saying that though, if we can dive across this rock in time, we'll be good. And just like that, Carrie's life comes to an end. With that water so close, he could taste it. Yet, the Hulk grabs a hold, and the Hulk smashes Carrie into smithereens. And the Hulk smashes Carrie into smithereens, turning the man into a fine paste on the boulder. Our first survivor has fallen to the island, but maybe another might survive. Let's see. And here we are, back in the body of another. This one nearly starving. So let's see what we have this time. We have Francisco Carbajal, a meth cook, only 17 years old. Unfortunately emaciated at this stage. I think that's probably the meth, unfortunately. But you do have fast reflexes, masochist night vision, which definitely helps us out in the dark here and now. You're pain resistant, you are terrifying, but you have poor hearing. We can work with those things. Let's have a look at the rest of your skills here. You have some skill in dodge, unarmed combat, archery, rifles, okay. Some in fabrication, athletics, healthcare. Okay, so right now it's still the morning. The night could certainly help you out, but we are unfortunately near starving. So we need to eat something sooner rather than later. We'll take our first few steps. We seem to be a little bit deeper in the prison, and I think this is the same prison. Okay, so let's take stock of what we've got. We actually have a matchbook and a few things here. Okay, right. Sure. Stimulants, cough syrup. None of those things are going to help us right this second, my friend. Let's have a look and see what we have behind us. We do have a plank, so we'll take the plank. We'll go ahead and wield that for now. I don't really want to open any other doors right this second. Aha, it's a big old prison block here. Okay, we're not hearing smashing right this second, so that's kind of a good sign. We'll take one of these nails. I honestly don't know if we're going to be able to make anything. Is there water in here? It's frozen. That's unfortunate, because we could try and just fill ourselves up on water for now to get rid of that feeling of being hungry. We don't have any lights, so we can't craft, but I'm intrigued to see what we have right out the bat. A lot of things. We know a lot of things that we can make. Yeah, so I think best thing to do is for me to go through, mark these all as red, and I'll see if I can pick out anything in particular that we might be able to make using the things around us. So for us to make a basic nail board, we will need a tool with hammering. So we need to try and find a chunk of metal, scrap metal, anything like that. I think we're only going to get ceramics from the sink, but even so, we'll try and see if we can smash it to pieces. Okay, so from that we actually do get some ceramic shards. We'll take those for now. We can do some slicing and dicing with the ceramic shards. It might actually be worth having a look at the plank versus the shards. I know, there ain't much in the way of weapons right now, but we can see that the moves per attack, it's a lot faster with the ceramic shard. We have a minus to hit. The bash damage is actually kind of okay. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe the ceramic shard, just for speed. The plank does have the ability to block, but yeah, that could maybe be a goer for us. I'm going to go ahead and drop the plank just for now. And we're going to wield one of these shards. That's a hinge. There we go. We've got a ceramic shard. So I think right now we're going to go ahead and start crouching, just so that we're a little quieter when we're moving about. And we'll see if any of these doors open. Okay, we have one that's open, peeking into here. It's an office space of some kind. What's great about this is that we have light. Let's go ahead and close our door behind us. We're seeing a tough prisoner to the south. Quite a ways to the south by the looks of things. Can't see us right now. That's good. As long as we stay low, we might be okay. Checking in the cabinet here, we've got some character sheets, some cash. Okay. I don't think we're going to need any of that. Moving across to here, what do we have? Books. Okay. Books will be useful eventually, but right this second, no, they're not. I'm wondering if we might be able to smash this cabinet, get something a little bit better out of that. So for that, we are actually going to need to grab that plank back. So a plank from anywhere here will do. Grabbing you, we're going to go ahead, put the shard back into our inventory. We're going to pop down here. We're going to close this door behind us. We're going to smash that to pieces. So out of that, we did actually get some scrap metal and some sheet metal. Unfortunately though, I don't think any of that is going to work as a hammer for us. What we need is a chunk. We need a rock, something heavy that we can kind of hit with. I will have a look to see if there's anything that we can craft with that. Nope, we can make some sock mitts. That's what we got right now. Okay, so let's leave the plank behind again just for now, and I think I'm actually going to go take one of these ceramic shards. I'm going to give it a new designation, C for ceramic. So we're going to go ahead and start wielding one of those as we crouch our way out of here. Okay, so there is definitely something behind that door, and there's something here as well. What caught Carrie is here for us. Now in this scenario, more often than not, there is one zombie Hulk roaming around the island. This very well could be the same Hulk. We see it standing there in the doorframe. Francisco here is probably in a great deal of panic. And so with that panic fueling us, my friend, we're going to go ahead, we're going to open this door behind us, close it, as it actually manages to hit us through the door, destroying the wall in the process. We need to run for this glass window here. It's reinforced glass. Of course it is. Of course it is. So the only chance that we have to survive in this scenario is running past this thing. And right now, we do not have the room to dodge. We do not have the room to move. This is bad. This is very, very bad. We're in rubble right now. Of course, because the wall collapsed on top of us. Oh, Francisco, I think it's over for you, my friend. Yup, we are not getting up. And that is why the start is so hard. All it takes is one of these Hulks. However, here we are dedicated to survive one of these prisoners. We'll make it. Well, oh my god. I guess we found out who is behind this door here and who is now standing next to the body of Francisco. I don't know where the Hulk has gone, but here in front of us we have our new survivor, Calvin Carl, the male convict, 29 years of age, disease-resistant, masochist, hates books, is a nomad, and is a dungeon master. Hates books, but is a dungeon master. Weeks spent picking through manuals and researching topics you aren't versed in has taught you to find what you need to know more quickly. You read slightly faster and suffer no read time penalty for books too complex for you to easily understand. That's an interesting perk for us to have. Well, maybe Calvin here was actually playing D&D with some of the guards, or was running it for some of the guards, because we found character sheets in this room down here. Maybe he was even friends with Francisco. Well, we know that trouble is around. We know that a Hulk is around here somewhere. We don't have a lot in the way of skills by the looks of things. Our dodge is high though, so we've got that going for us because our dexterity is looking all right, all things considered. We have some skill in archery, handguns, shotguns, marksmanship, survival, devices, nothing in athletics, so you can't really swim, Calvin. That's not great. Still, we are going to try, aren't we? We are going to try. So what I'm going to do here is just wait a second. Okay, so we've immediately spotted those prisoners close by. I think the Hulk might have moved on. Some time does pass between each of these startings. Let's have a look and see what we have. We have a glass shiv. Looking over here towards these destroyed cabinets, it's just a whole lot of mess. So, let's start to move. Oh boy. So most of them are all on the other side. All these prisoners that have served alongside Calvin here. Prison dogs. And most frighteningly, a brute. Here, right now, in front of us. So, what do we do with that information? Well, first of all, we look at the map, we see that we're right in the center of the prison. That's not where we want to be. So, we see no light through here. That leads me to believe that that room is a dead end. We could try and travel south from where we are now. We hear a whump. If we peek, is that going to take us much time? Quite possibly. Looking at this, both ways aren't great. Not exactly. So, what we need to start to do now is run. We need to get ready to try and dodge and weave effectively. We need to bring some of them in here. We need to wait until the opportunity is right, and then we need to just run for that front door. Like so. Okay. Alright, so I feel a little bit better about going to the south. And so we shall. I felt a little bit better about going to the south. We're starting to get low on breath. We can see rocks everywhere. What we need to find is a way up onto something. Anywhere along here. That dog's probably going to run us down, unfortunately. Oh boy. Okay. We see the big old helipad. We can see the water. We can see the water. However, if Calvin goes for it now, that might not be too good for him. However, I don't know how much of a choice we have here. We might just have to dive and just hope that he has the torso strength to make it. And I say torso strength because he will be feeling like the burn, quite literally. Okay, here we go. We've made it onto the docks. He has no stamina left. We need to start walking now, and we pretty much just need to take a moment to try and get as much stamina as we can, and then we're just going to have to try and boost it. I think that might be shallow water that we're seeing there. If that's the case, going directly south is probably the way to do this. And so, Calvin waits. We don't actually have much on us in terms of weight as well. Even so, the less that we're wearing, the better in this scenario. So, we're going to pretty much strip down to our briefs if we can, my friend. We heard Womp stop dropping. No? Okay. We still got our shoes on. The dog is here. We're out of breath. Oh boy. We just need to dive into the water. Okay, now, here's the bad thing. We have sunk like a rock. Ain't nothing that we can do to change that right now. We just need to try and go, get to dry land quickly. I know. I am aware of this. We are drowning. Calvin. It's no good, my friend. It's no good. Oh no. We might be able to get this a little bit of shallow. No. Oh, he's so close. He was so close. He was just a square away from some shallow water. If we waited there, we might have been okay. Calvin Carl, I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. And so, we've used a few different techniques to try and escape. The just run and dash and try and get away isn't working for us. Maybe our next try will be better. Okay, it might be that the prison is running out of spots to have our prisoners pop in at. We are certainly in the same place again. Down to the south of us, we have Francisco, and this time, we have Ala Elder Lima, a female convict, 20 years of age, and she's a cannibal. Okay, we have quite the lot on this island, don't we? An accomplished sleeper, a cannibal, a light eater, a masochist with night vision, substance tolerance, and is thick-skinned imperceptive healer. Okay, so it'll take us a long time to heal any wounds we pick up, but really that hasn't been the problem so far. Oh boy. Okay, we still have just a glass shiv in our hands and a will to live. So, with that, we're going to start to move. We were being grabbed by fear, maybe? Maybe we were being grabbed by fear. That sounds about right. So, we are going to stay walking for now. We're going to go ahead and peek out here. Thankfully, the last prisoner to break away, Calvin, drew a lot of attention towards him. That works out quite well in our favor. So, with that being the case, we are going to try and maybe stick to ourselves. The good thing is that all of these deadites over this side are going to stay on that side. They are in the inner prison, and for some reason, we've been lucky each time to spawn outside of there. Let's hope it stays that way. As we start to move, we need to keep our wits about us. Peeking around the corner here, look who we have. Carrie. Well, Carrie, didn't go so well for you, did it? It was the same Hulk. It would have made it around this side here and beyond. So, I want to do things a little bit different with Elder here and see if we can get that to work out for us. A pointy stick. That sounds like a good weapon for us to try and use. We're just going to have to drop the shiv for now. We have our pointy stick. Oh, we can see so many of the dead over that way. And incredibly, frighteningly, we can actually see that one of these metal doors have been destroyed. Because of that, all the dead that are down there could theoretically flood out here. That makes me think that the Hulk could have been behind here. It also means that all of those dead can flood out of there and straight to us. Not great. Not great. So we need to kind of try and be a little fast here. We're seeing canisters. I think that's from this. Yep, a broken riot control platform. So jumping over to this position here, is this door going to be open? Of course it's locked. Why would I suspect anything else? So, what's the next choice? Where to from here? We could try and kill a zombie cop. If we could get one by themselves, we might be able to do it. I mean, it could be worth a shot. Especially if we can run back from it. The other option is to try and destroy this door here. I think we'll come back to that. I would like to try and draw just this one cop towards us if possible. Okay, this is where it's going to be. This is where we're going to fight it. Actually, we might not have to. It's kind of trapped in the barbed wire right now. It will make its way out eventually, but right this second we're okay. Peeking around the corner, we can see a sneaky otter. Okay, sneaky otter. Let's follow you up here. Where are you leading us, huh? There's that zombie cop. Okay. We can see the outside. We can see water. We can see freedom. For Allah, the Elder. Not sure why she's called the Elder when she's 20 years old, but, you know, maybe it's because she, being this kind of, the personality that she has, the cannibal and whatnot, maybe she considers herself the Elder because she's consumed the spirits of others, making her this other type of being. Unfortunately, the pointy stick isn't going to have range. Oh man, it's not even going to be able to do that much damage against it, I think. We will try. Okay, 8. Not bad. We take a step back. We strike again. We hit a zombie cop in the stomach. A gap in the armor. Good. We strike again and miss. It grabs us. Not a good scenario to be in, but it is bleeding. We move back, it steps forwards, we stab it again. We break out of its grab. We move up and away, stabbing it each time as we go. Oh, damn it. And there we go. I got greedy. And what is that? A giant dragonfly. Not a fan of that. Oh boy. And that's what I was afraid of. A jawed terror. Okay. Trying to move. The cop is dead. The cop is dead. We drop the pointy stick to the ground. We start to try and bandage our wounds. The cop has a lot of things that could work for us. Yes, they are filthy, but right now, we don't care. We need to just try and stop the bleeding as we see this thing here beached on the shore. A jawed terror. Once a normally aggressive, normally hungry bull shark, this jawed terror is now even more of the same, possibly thanks to its lack of a functioning brain. Yup, it pulls itself up onto land, trying to get towards us, but it can't. And we are struggling to stop the bleeding here. We put pressure on the wound. It's minor bleeding, we should be able to stop it. We aren't much of a healer though. Thankfully the jawed terror took care of the other creature. Okay, our head is no longer bleeding. We start putting pressure on our right arm, and there we go, we stopped it. So, with those wounds now no longer bleeding, let's have a look and see what we can actually take from the cop here. A pair of steel-toe sneakers. They're filthy because they're kind of covered in zombie mess. It's going to make us incredibly upset to wear them, but right now, I don't really care. The pair of sneakers are going to go. We're going to drop them over towards the side. These boots are going to offer us better protection. Steel toe, better altogether. Okay. What else do we want to try and take from you? Medical gloves? Decent. You didn't really actually have any protection, which is why we were able to stab her so easily. The baton? That's a proper weapon. Might actually be better than the pointy stick for us at this stage. And a two-way radio. We could try and use it. Try to contact someone, anyone. The cargo pants? Quite useful as well, and they do fit us. Same thing with medical gloves, so we'll take those. Yeah. Okay, we are going to go and wear those cargo pants. We will take off our own in just a moment. We're going to put on the gloves. Let's see. We need to unload our pants and drop them back down on the ground. The only issue is that the cargo pants, etc., they are quite damaged, so they can tear quite easily, and you can see that we are really not happy with wearing this stuff, but what are you going to do? We're going to grab the baton, we're going to wield it. This is retracted at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and extend it, making it into a better weapon. Let's have a look. We're going to compare that, and we're going to compare the pointy stick. So let's have a look here. The 2 hit, 19 bash damage. Hell yes. This is what we want. It's got rapid strikes as well. This baton, this could really, really help us out here. Okay, do I want to wear anything else? We could potentially wear the dress shirt over the top of our own, giving us a little bit of extra protection. Let's have a look and see how we feel about that. We're okay about it. Yeah, it's a poor fit, so it's making our torso a little bit more encumbered, but really ain't that much, and it gives us just a little bit of extra protection. Just having a look to see if we are... Nah, we're good. We'll be fine there. Okay, we can take a little bit of a deep breath now. We actually have a moment to breathe for the first time since we've started these scenarios. We probably want to bash this corpse into pieces, but I don't know if we're going to be here long enough for us to really worry about it coming back to life. So for now... Oh man, look at all the things it's killed. Yup. All of those dragonflies. Oh boy. Well, swimming north is certainly not an option. Island hopping is something that we might be able to do. If we make it over here to the east to this island, then that gives us a chance to catch our breath and try and make it... Well, I mean, the swim to here is longer. But, here's the but. We will get better at swimming. We just need practice. And we might be able to get it on their island. It's not as much of a swim as it is to the shore. I mean, in saying that, it's effectively the same amount of squares, but I'm going to try and rationalize it as that. Yeah, okay. Let's take a moment anyway. What are our options around here? We could try and get into one of these towers, sure. I think the best thing we can do right now is just to continue around here, hope that we don't see anything else. And that jawed terror, it's damaged, but boy, that can damage us. We could try and throw some things at it from the shore here, but it's going to take a bit to be able to do that. Just having a look at what we have here, I'm just trying to see if there's anything that we can actually make based upon what we have around us. Not really. No. We can actually train our athletics. We can practice, and that's something that I haven't really thought about because, well, it hasn't always been an option for us, and especially with crafting. But having a look at practice here, yeah, an hour and 41 minutes to be able to complete it. Activity is brisk. It can bring our athletics up, but it's not going to increase it above 2. Honestly, 1 is enough. If we could find somewhere to do that. Oh boy. But we got bigger problems right now. We got a dog on us, a Z9. It is damaged already. This is a zombified version of a German Shepherd. We're actually going to take a step forward here, because right now, its movement is limited by this rock. We take a strike, another. Okay, it bites down on our arm, but it's going to be a lot slower on this thing. Keeping it there was the right choice. Good job, Elder. Okay, this one we are going to go ahead and smash. There's a Kevlar dog harness on it. We unfortunately can't wear that. Oh boy, okay. We're all right here. We can climb up there. Okay, that can give us a little bit of sight. That was the first location. It was, wasn't it? We're going to peek around the corner here. Yep. There's Carrie. Let's jump on top of this roof if we can. Actually, it's the same one. It's going to tell us the same information, really. We could try and bash down that door, though, this time. And see what else we can find in here. That Jawed Terror is most certainly terrifying. Okay, we clamber back into this room. A room that we thought belonged to Carrie, as in was Carrie's cell. And maybe it was. Maybe he was like on a lighter sentence because he was about to be released, and that's why he was staying kind of outside of the maximum security zone. That's entirely possible. I'm going to need you two to get out the way. If you're not, I'm going to have to start trying to take some strikes, and unfortunately, Otter, for you, that's not good. Okay. Yeah. We're going to bash down this door. Alright. Let's see if there's anyone on the other side. I don't see anyone. The door is down. We take a step inside, a peek. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay. Now, I don't think you have any skills with computers. As far as I'm aware. Interaction, computers, 0. Okay, so, I would love to be able to get into here. We might be able to fluke it. It's a maybe. Oh boy, a lot of noise down there, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, if we hear the door get destroyed, we know we're in trouble. We will try to destroy this one, though. Just to see if there's anything else we can find in here. Okay. We're seeing yet another otter. Rural Digest. Okay. A dress shirt that isn't terrible. We're going to go ahead and take this one off. This one still doesn't fit us, but it's not bad. It's not in a bad condition. Okay. We're going to head on back up. If they start to bash through this door here, we just need to go. Actually, you know what? Before we even come back down here, we need to gather our breath, which we will do. Heard crack. Stop. Yes. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that crack. Heard wump. Actually, you know what? Let's just catch our breath like this. We're just going to pass time. All is well. Okay. Ooh, one of them died. Why? We don't know now. Okay. Let's get into this central door. They're going to hear that whacking. Okay. Ooh, pinball machine and some books. Nothing to tell us about swimming though, huh? Nope. Not a chance. Well, we could take a chance with this terminal. It's an armory. It's not going to be easy to bypass this. If we fail, it could just turn off, or it could activate some form of security. Both not great, but I feel like in this instance, we gotta try anything. Okay, Elder, let's see. We hear an alarm sound. That's bad. That's very bad. Yep, that's very bad. And that's why everything is here. So, what we are going to do is we are going to pop back out here. We are going to climb. We're going to get up onto this roof. We're going to see blood. Blood that belonged to someone else. And from this position, we can actually try and improve our athletics. And I think that might be the best call for us to make right now. And so that's what we're going to be doing. Elder, you have a chance. We can work on our athletics up here, do some press-ups, do some sit-ups, hope that we're fit enough to make the swim. But that is going to be in the next episode. Be sure to tune in the day after tomorrow, where we are going to continue our survivor story. Can Elder escape the island and find her way to safety? That, Legionnaires, is a story for another time. For now, we leave Elder, we leave the island, and we shall return in the next. I truly do hope you enjoy these faster-paced survival stories. I always love the challenge in Cataclysm, and the stories that emerge from that challenge. And this is just our first scenario. We've got a ways ahead of us yet. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.